Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to this conversation. We should have had this conversation in the morning, but due to two reasons, we were unable to. So we're going to have it now. The first reason was that early in the morning, the clinic was quite busy. I had quite a few patients, and then soon after that, I had to start catching up with the speech of the president. When presidents speak, especially when parliament is being opened, and this was the president's first speech, like major speech, uh, you want to get a sense of where the country is going and what is his vision. So I couldn't miss that. And so we stopped everything we were doing to listen to that speech. And then again, because of the importance of the topic we're trying to discuss today, we couldn't let this day go without talking about this issue. The issue we're trying to talk about today is this issue to do with water. Now, if you have followed this page for any decent length of time or for any amount of time, you will realize that on this page, we do encourage people to drink water. And very often, nearly on a daily basis, we actually encourage you to drink water. Now, why do we encourage you to drink water? We encourage you to drink water because you yourself, your body is made up of more than 70% water. So you are a water body. You are made of water, and therefore a lot of processes in your body that keep you healthy depend on water, need water. And also a lack of water, which is dehydration, is not good for your kidneys, is not good for your body, is not good for your skin even. So when you are dehydrated, you even look older than you really are. And when you are dehydrated, depending on how the dehydration is and how long it has been, several things can go wrong in your body. And so the other thing is that you see people generally don't, intuitively remember to drink water. And so we took it upon ourselves to remind you to drink water. But at the same time, the same water which you need for your survival, which you need to maintain your health, if taken in excess amounts, can actually cause you harm. And that is why we are here today to warn you or to teach you on how to drink water, but also what are the dangers should you drink too much water that you need to pay attention to. Now, the fact that in Zambia, I don't know about other countries, for those who are following us from other countries, but generally in Southern Africa, if you're in Southern Africa, you will notice that the temperatures have gone up. It's getting warmer, it's getting hotter, especially in Zambia, temperatures are high. So this is the period where you need to pay attention to your water intake. This is the period when you actually need to drink a lot of water. But at the same time, you also need to be mindful of excess water intake. So before I walk you through how you would be able to tell that you're drinking too much water, let me walk you through what are the safe ways to drink water. Now, understand this, that there is no one volume that can be said to say, okay, so if you're an adult, drink this volume of water every day. The reason is that there's no one volume that fits everyone. The reason it is like that is because we drink different amount of water. What influences our intake of water also depends on the environment or the temperature outside, like the way it is right now. Nowadays, it is hot. So you will find that you will drink a lot more water than you were drinking when it was cold. So the environment also plays a factor in influencing how much water that you take. The other thing that influences how much water you take is your age. You'll find that people who are elderly and the children may not drink as much water as you. Or you find that, the other fact that influences how much water you drink is sex. You'll find that men or gender or sex, whichever way you want to look at it, men drink a lot more water than women do. The other issue is your level of activity. For example, if you're an athlete or you're a very active body and you're into very active activities and you're always out there, very active, you will find that athletes or people who are very active drink a lot more water than you who is not active. So just bear that in mind. That is why we cannot give you a volume to say that if you are an adult, then drink 5 liters in a day or drink 2 liters in a day. We can't say that. Reason being that what influences your intake of water depends on these factors. However, it can be said, it can be said that an adult can drink an average of anywhere between 2.5 to 3 liters per day of water. Now, those are just averages, just a rough guide. You cannot sit and say, I must drink 4 liters in 24 hours, or I must drink 2 liters in 24 hours. What if for you that day, because of the environment and the situation in which you find yourself, your 2 liters may not actually be enough? For example, if you are sick or you are unwell, your body actually needs more water than when you are healthy. So have you seen the difference? So bear those things in mind. Now here's the issue. How would you know that now you're drinking too much water? How would you know? First of all, the take-home message here is this, that yes, you must drink water every day. But here's how you would be able to tell that you've taken too much water and that you need to slow down and that you need to be careful with how you're drinking water. How you'd tell that you're probably drinking too much water is, for example, on average, an adult should be able to visit the toilet to go and pass urine anywhere between 6 to 8 times a day. But if you find that you yourself, you keep going to the toilet too many times, more than the number that I have mentioned, in a day to go and pass urine, chances are that you're drinking too much water. Especially if you're not diabetic, it means that you're drinking too much water. You need to slow down. So if you notice that you're going to pass urine too many times, you are drinking too much water. The other way you can tell that you're probably drinking too much water is the color of your urine. For example, if you are checking the color of your color of your urine should be light yellow. Again, if it's as dark as tea or as dark as black tea or closer to black tea, then you know that you're drinking less water. You need to drink more water. But if your urine starts looking like water, then my brother, my sister, you are drinking too much. You actually need to slow down. You need to slow down. The other issue is that if you're starting to feel nausea and vomiting, okay, you're starting to feel some discomfort, it actually tells us that you're drinking too much water. Now, here's what happens, or here's what could happen to somebody who has been drinking too much water or more water than they ought. Okay. What usually happens is that when you drink way too much water, you start diluting your electrolytes. And one of the key electrolytes that you're diluting is sodium, or salt, if you like. Now, if you really dilute the sodium too much, what happens is that your brain begins to swell. It literally physically begins to swell. And as it is swelling, what starts happening is I start getting a pounding headache. There are some of you here who are listening to me who may have experienced this, where you've drank too much water and you're now experiencing this headache. Just know that your brain is swelling. And if it is unattended to, you may actually go into coma. So, what should guide you? One of the things that should guide you in terms of drinking water is thirst. Just pay attention to your body. Be conscious. Just pay attention. Don't postpone drinking water. When you're feeling thirsty, do not postpone drinking water. Go and drink. And also monitor your urine. Urine is very easy to monitor, as opposed to keeping a number in the head to say, I must drink 3 liters of water in a day. That may not be very helpful. Yes, it might, but it's not really the best. The best thing is to monitor your thirst. If you're thirsty, drink. If you, again, you check your urine. If your urine is dark or it's too yellow, it's got a deep yellow color, then you know that you need to drink more water. If your urine is light yellow, then you know that, okay, I'm actually on the mark. I'm drinking the right amount of water. But again, if your urine is really water, literally water itself, then you should know that at that stage you drank more than you ought or more than you should. So this is the basic guide we can give you. But again, you will find people who will tell you that if you're an adult, 3 liters of water in 24 hours in divided amounts is actually okay. The reason they tell you that is because they don't want, they are mindful of the fact that as a human being you can forget. And also they're just trying to habituate you. But also just bear in mind that in as much as you are taking an average of say 3 liters of water per day, just bear in mind that that's just an average. It's not, it may be different for other people. Also, you need to bear in mind that pay attention to your own body because drinking water is very beneficial. It's good for your skin. It actually makes you look, the skin looks full and younger, removes wrinkles. It improves, the way your body functions. It keeps your kidneys healthy. It keeps your BP lower. Okay, and those are the benefits of drinking water, and there are plenty benefits, but do it the right way. And on this page we will continue to remind you to drink water. We will continue, but at the same time we are very mindful that if people take this message the wrong way, they may be harming themselves as opposed to benefiting from this. All right. So this has been Dr. Mjajati for Healthy and Prosperous Citizens. We thought we addressed this issue of drinking water the right way because we've seen that, even on this page, the way some people comment, it worries us where people would say, I've just finished drinking 4 liters of water in one sitting. I don't know whether it's a joke or whether they are serious, but at the same time, you want to make sure that we are all on the same page. So here's what you're going to do for us. Share this video. Make sure that everybody gets this message. Everyone in your circle, make sure they get this message. So share this video as widely as you can, and as much as possible when you're around people, share this message as well. There's no harm. So that said, this has been Dr. Mjajati for Healthy and Prosperous Citizens. Until next time,